Welcome back to another episode of The Drive. Wait, should I look this way or this way? Anyway, I'm Bakari.
I'm Jules.
It's
They said you're supposed to look into the viewfinder. What?
What's the viewfinder? Oh, that's great.
The green light.
Oh. I don't know. I feel like I'm like looking into myself.
If you look into no, that's what I'm saying. That's how it's like you make an eye contact with them. Otherwise, you're just looking at the screen.
Today on The Drive, we will be talking. Okay, let's reiterate how The Drive is not a podcast, and let me tell you again why.
It was supposed to be.
The idea
we're gonna start an actual podcast, I guess.
When we're
but it's not gonna be filmed. It's just gonna be audio.
I don't agree. If I'm doing a podcast, you're gonna see my face.
All right, but the thing about film, so what is this then?
This is just like a vlog.
All right.
What are our projections for the project?
Yes.
Okay. So, starting with the rollout plan. The rollout plan is we promote the videos via social media platforms.
Yep.
Not only the video, because this is our first time having music with visuals. This is our first time having visuals to go along with the music that we created. And that being said,
it being our first project album and
not album,
how it being our first attempt at releasing a project and it being as good as it is, it's crazy. Like videos, the people that we're working with on the project,
we're leaving no stone unturned.
Yeah, exactly.
We're dotting our I's and crossing our T's.
Exactly. But that just means I'm just more. It excites me for what's to come because I'm like, damn, this is gonna get us eyes the same way. Like if Intoxicated got us, where we are now in terms of the connections
with no push at all,
with no promotion, no
literally
push.
Zero.
If it got us, and that's just literally just that was supposed to happen because it's certain people be meeting other people and it's word of mouth type thing. But I feel like this
gave us a certain mystique.
This is gonna give us actual fans. It's gonna
I feel like this project is the perfect. Okay, here's my view of the project. This project is a perfect project to establish our fan base, one, and two, to establish our sound. Not only because we give a little bit of everything, but whatever the people gear more towards, that's what direction we will go in that sense. Like we show in this project, we show that we're capable of literally doing anything.
Yeah.
Like there's every single type of song on this.
I low-key want to throw a country track on there just cause. Fuck it.
And you lost me with that one. But my point being, we've shown that we can go R&B, we can go mainstream pop, we can go indie rap, we can go we went psychedelic rap. Kenan and Kel is psychedelic. Gives that every time somebody hears that I've played it for, they say I can just picture myself sitting there smoking, listening to this, just vibing. We give vibey ass songs, we give club ass, up tempo ass. We show that we're capable of everything. So I would say this project is like a melting pot of our talent. And it all was created. It's funny how cohesive it is considering it was all created out of order.
It was created out of order, but we consistently have been working on it since, I want to say June. Did you say June? No, sooner than that. I'm going to say May, June is around the time we started making shit for it. But it wasn't what it is now. It was just us deciding that we were going to do AM.
And then after AM became the thing, then we curated how the project sounds around AM being a thing. Because there were certain talks of, okay, let's do it as solo and a duo project. Let's do it as, let's add this or add more. We went back and forth on either leaving tracks as are or as is, or adding to, and then we come to the decision that certain songs.
We thought about adding another person on the project. There was a few iterations. But this is the first project that we had versions of a song. Not just one fin. The first song is the way it sounded when we.
Yeah, facts. We have multiple versions of each song.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy to think about. Because usually we go in there with the idea and the concept and we're married to it.
Should be getting. I like the fact that it's getting. It just means that we're noticing what could be better about it.
Yeah, facts.
And adding, but yeah, it's gonna get us fans, and I feel like it's gonna show us where we're streaming the most at. Because it's gonna be a full project. Because the songs, like you said, What's a Heart blew up randomly.
Like literally, like overnight type shit. I
Yeah.
went checked the stats. I was like,
Yeah. So
who
that's what
told y'all to listen to this?
That's what I'm
That's what I was
saying. So between What's a Heart, already having a single out there, people streaming it, it's gonna be streamed more than any other song because it's already been streamed, and then it's gonna be on the fucking project. So that's gonna add. That's also like people that find that song now that it'll have a different cover art will
They'll have something to come back to. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, this is.
other songs. If they like that, they're gonna like What's For the Streets. They're gonna like Paris. They're gonna like
they're gonna go find
There's
Amway
like,
somehow,
yeah.
some way. Like,
exactly. Amway is gonna be So it's like it's a good like when people like discover us in a few years and we have multiple shit out, they're gonna be able to go back and look at everything, and this will be like the first thing that this being the intro is crazy. Like this being the first thing that anybody would hear, and it being like the starting point is crazy.
And the funny part is we've seen how people like was it
react?
Not react. There's a deeper word for it, but for lack of better terms, react. Yeah, we've seen how people like accept it or like hear it when we performed it live. Like we performed multiple songs on the project live.
Yeah.
Out of context, out of order, out of like just out of having them.
The people that I've had come to shows were always impressed at just the fact that we were capable of producing something as good as it sounds like on stage, with us performing it, the beats alone, and just like the quality of how we're performing it. Not even like listening to what we're actually saying, but just looking at it as the whole picture. Like, damn, this is crazy. This is original music too. It's not like no remix shit, or it's not like us trying to sound like some Detroit niggas, but it's like.
And I can't stress the fact enough. I'm so proud of the fact that we don't go into making music trying to sound like someone else.
Bro, honestly, has never resonated with me. Damn,
you got it.
Words
getting your ass beat today.
Somebody telling me, "Oh, you just got to make what everybody else is making. That's how you go blow up." That never moved me, resonated with me, made me think, "Oh yeah, I should do that."
Or I've never heard a song on the radio and thought, I want to go make a song like that.
Exactly. Why the fuck would I do that? That doesn't make sense.
My process in making music is I want to make a song that I want to hear. Like I want to go make a song that
something that I want to play for somebody and then be impressed.
If I wanted to sound like somebody else, I would go do karaoke 24/7. Like if my goal
put out covers, we would do covers.
I would just do covers or type beats. And like one thing I respect the most about Julius is the fact that he does not make type beats.
I don't even know how to do that shit.
Or like the YouTube shit. Like you'll never see a YouTube type beat from Jules or anything.
Fuck no. I thought about doing it, but I'm not gonna make no bread off of it. Type beats don't pay for shit. Look, the only way that a type beat would get me anything is if a rapper was looking up type beats that sounded like them just so they could have shit to write to. Because like I know Joey Badass did that for one of his songs, but that very rarely happens when somebody looks up like, oh, myself type beat, and then they find a beat that sounds like some shit they would actually get on, and then they get on it.
Like I'm so confident in the fact that we sound so like ourselves, like we don't sound like anybody else, that I can bet people. I could be like, all right, who do I sound like?
Because like performing, I already know any set list we put together. It doesn't matter who we're performing with. But so far we've performed alongside a rock band niggas.
Yeah, like
niggas that make rock music,
alternative rock music. And that's funny.
It's people are still coming up to us after
like,
the show,
oh my, like this is actually
looking for the socials. Like, what did you say it was on stage? Looking for the fucking Spotify and Apple Music.
Yeah.
And these are people that came to see fucking a band.
Yeah. Shout out Lila.
I was about to say, I didn't want to say the name because it sounded like I was like trying to talk shit.
No diss.
Shout out I Like the Breed. We just don't make the same type of shit, which
is
dope. But I mean, that's the reality of the situation. I stayed at the bar probably like 2 hours after we performed, and everybody came up to me that was in there and was like, I meant to come up to you guys and tell you, like, you did so.
I never
so
stay.
Good. Like, it was so. I was like, damn, why? Where was the energy when we was on stage? But you know,
I never stay.
And I'm at the point too where I'm past like being shy about performing. Now I'm like, how do we get the people to get hype with us? Because it's fun to perform your shit up there. Because I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't give a fuck how you guys feel about this. I'm on stage performing, nigga. But when I'm off, when I'm like trying to hype people up,
and then
and niggas are just like,
it gets
like,
awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward. It's because it's like,
all right, everybody, come to the front. They be like, You're like, yo, come,
Bounce. Come to the front
nigga,
stage,
you.
so it's not awkward. Like there's like a 5 foot gap between us and the crowd. Like what the fuck is that? There ain't no security here. Come touch my feet.
You lost me, but I feel like this is gonna be our intro to the industry. My reintroduction, but our intro to the industry.
Wait. Introduction, reintroduction. What you mean? How do you feel about what you've done so far?
I feel like I was thrown in with the bells and whistles of it. Like everybody showed the Hollywood experience.
What would you look at Intoxicated as versus Manifest in terms of?
Well, my intro was even before Intoxicated, before I even had anything recorded.
Oh yeah.
Remember, I got discovered based on something somebody heard and blah 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 blah. Like, it wasn't even based on anything I did myself. It was based on, and then I got flown out. I got the whole Hollywood treatment. Hey, these celebrities are this, blah 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 blah. All the bells and whistles. Hey, we came to pick you up.
They show you all the good, all the shit that they know that you want to see.
They bring all the A&Rs and everyone to listen to you, make you feel on it. But nigga, I thought I was gonna throw up. I was like, you want? I've never been that nervous before in my life, and I fucking boxed in front of legends. Like, so I thought I was ready and shit. Fuck no. But that's their, like, if a label's trying to convince you that you need them more than they need you, they will show you everything. They'll be like, okay, we're giving you all this. Like, they will never talk to you like, oh, this is what you're bringing to us. They won't talk to you like that unless you come with a fan base. If you come with a natural fan base,
that's more leverage.
like because then if you know what you're talking about, like that's where the distribution deal talks and stuff like that. Like how do you
I honestly just want money wise, anything is better than what we are currently making. But
to an extent,
I'm talking about starting out. I say that to say I already knew before getting in this shit that there was gonna be a pay your dues like time.
And that's like what I feel like we're in. We're very much in pay our dues. Not only pay our dues, we're in networking. Prove that we want it.
Yeah, prove that you want it. Prove that you're serious. That like you're to be separated from all the other local people that are around. Because like, there's niggas that have been publicly, outwardly, locally doing this shit for 3+ years and are in the same place that they
were let me make a statement to those niggas. We gave y'all time.
That's true.
We gave
niggas were time. Plotting. Y'all niggas had since 2020, since COVID. Y'all niggas had since COVID was over. That's 4 years. Y'all niggas have 4 years. We gave you 4 years.
We gave y'all time. And now
it's just a different feeling when you know.
We gave y'all time. That's all I was saying.
When you know you're special. Like,
there's a difference between knowing and then
I've always known.
I've always, like, something that my family can tell you. I always had this same saying. I'm going to be famous. I just don't know for what. There were eras I thought it was boxing. There were eras I thought it was like singing. There's eras I genuinely thought I was going to be a chef. Like, I went to culinary school. I went to, like, I've have anything I do the best at. But my dad always told me I take on so many tasks that I don't have time to perfect one because I'm trying to do good at everything instead of being great at one thing. And I never took that to, like, I was like, okay.
A lot of niggas can't even be good at one thing.
Jack of all trades, master of none. And I was like, okay, like, what's wrong with being good at everything?
So what's the difference between a jack of all trades and a Renaissance man?
A Renaissance man is using his skills to progress in one area specifically. Like, he has an end goal in mind. A jack of all trades, okay, well, if this doesn't work out, then I have this. Or if this doesn't work out, then I have that.
I've always felt like a Renaissance man. Just because anything that I've ever picked up, I've always been naturally good at. So for me, it was always harder to pick what I wanted to do because it's like, damn, I could play guitar. I could just be the guy that looks for samples and, like, upload samples and sells vinyls to people.
Honestly, when you started, I thought you were just going to be the sample beat maker. And so I saw you making shit from scratch.
But that's what I mean. Like, I can do... With music, I don't see music the same way. Like, niggas that I've worked with in sessions where they, like, are making beats and shit like that, and they're like, it's always referencing another nigga. It's always like, yeah, no, I'm trying to make some this type shit.
Like, I want to make some
shit. For me,
like,
it's like, yeah. I know the feeling more so when I hear it than what my intention is. My intention is just to make music. Mm-hmm. So when I'm going into it, whatever it makes me feel is the direction I go in. So that's why I can make so many. I have too much shit on my hard drive to even to even fucking fathom. And I still don't feel like I'm doing enough.
I feel like with this project, it's going to throw in our face. This was all this is what all the sleepless nights after work was for. This was what all the clocking in for another, like working for another man was for. This was
Yeah.
all what this was leading up to be. Like, so many things have been falling into place recently on showing other, like, I start seeing things as, oh, this is another way to promote. This is another way to get people to hear what we have. This is not like so many opportunities.
Good.
Excuse me, that I've been like literally, instead of taking for granted, like, okay, if this is this easy coming to me, who am I to ignore it? Who am I to make things harder? Because I used to think, if this comes to me this easy, why, like, it's too easy. I used to think that. I was like, if it's not hard, or if I didn't feel like I worked for it, I don't want it. But now it's more like, okay, it's coming to me. Let me work harder to not lose it. Versus, oh, I didn't really work for that. I don't want it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So that's my
Yeah.
view on it. Like, I don't think necessarily I have a bad song out. I think I just didn't promote them correctly. Like, Talk to Me is phenomenal. Talk to Me is phenomenal. Like, it's
Yeah.
my first full cover to cover song.
The correct promotion, the steady promotion.
The right time to release it, the right energy behind the release. Like, if you just throw something out like, oh, hey, I got this song, and then
Yeah, we need
post it
some-
2 days after or a week after on, like, if you have one stream of promotion, then that shit's not going, or it's gonna flop. But yeah, so moral of the story is we have a better view on things, and we always learn from things we've done before. We don't necessarily take note. Like, it's nothing wrong with taking note from someone or something that done it before.
It's just the people that we take notes from are already established and successful.
Yeah, but also we take notes from the shit that we've done. Like,
yeah, but I'm talking about like niggas. I'm not taking notes from niggas who are locally. Oh, I'm trying to be like.
what's your biggest pet peeve when it comes to music? Like, when it comes to, like, let me re-ask this in a way to set up what I'm gonna say. What's your biggest pet peeve when it comes to being a local?
A local?
I wouldn't even say
being
local.
Associated with local level talent.
Not even associated, because I don't think we're associated with anybody here.
If who's like a poppin' like random ass rapper?
Like, in general?
In general. If Baby Tron came to GR, not that I would ever work with that nigga, right? But me being a local nigga and him being so like, and I'm only saying him because he's from Detroit, so he has an idea of what niggas from here sound like, or what local talent, you know what I mean? He's gonna lump me in with niggas who shall not be named, and my talent level is way beyond that. That it's like when I'm talking, it's like I don't even like telling people what I do for that reason, because it's like I already know that they're not gonna take it. I already know how serious I take it. I don't need other people to take it seriously for me, type shit. If that makes sense.
Okay, so being associated with
being associated with niggas that are that can't hold a candle to what I was doing 3 years ago, let alone where I'm at now.
My biggest pet peeve when it comes to this music shit is when a grown man comes up to you and they know you do music. You know they do music. They never said anything before. Didn't care shit about what you had going on. Vice versa. You don't care either. But once they see or think, like,
They think you got some shit going on,
they are quick to, yo, I've been trying to work with you since, like, nigga, I've been like not saying saying that I was like waiting or desperate to. Yes, bro. Once they see something that piques their interest, or hear somebody says your name when you're not in the room, something like that. Man, bro, I've been trying to get in the studio with you for blah blah blah.
That's what I mean. I can't even take niggas. I don't even know how I would respond if somebody says some shit like that to me. I would just look at them, because like, there's niggas that I've known for a long time, niggas I've known since high school, that are trying to do the same shit that I'm doing.
I get secondhand embarrassment when
that's what I mean, bro. It's like you can't.
You think you can do this?
I'm not standing next to any of you niggas when it comes down to like, if one of the biggest artists in the world was in the room, and I don't give a fuck about not representing my city or local talent or any of that shit, nigga. Every man for himself.
Nigga, I represent me.
That's what I'm saying. I don't represent nothing that anybody from here. I know niggas like to do that whole lumping each other in shit, but like, I haven't came across too many people that can do what I can do. I just haven't. Not even it almost feels like niggas aren't even trying.
Because I feel like certain people. Trying. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna start dropping names.
I've been making songs in like 2 hours, bro, by myself. Like,
I feel like there's certain people in our city that are comfortable and okay with the idea of being names in our city.
Why the fuck would you want that, bro?
I'm just not that. I'm sorry. I just like and people say, "Oh, where do you
So I
perform?"
can pass out turkeys on Thanksgiving.
This thing is nuts. I performed more outside of this state than I have here, and that should say something.
Bro, first of all, a big part of me doing this music shit is so I can venture off into other things. Music is something I'm always gonna do. I'm trying to do film. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to score films. I'm trying to work with bigger artists as a producer. Like I got other shit that I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to fucking sit around here and work with these. Like it's not even like, bro, the local people that have a buzz sound like somebody else. They don't even have their own sound. They don't have like a producer. Niggas are getting beats off of the internet and off of YouTube. That's cool. That's how it works for you. That's cool. But I started making beats so I could have shit to rap to.
You know the funniest part of that statement? The fact that you didn't even want to rap at first.
Exactly.
I had to force this nigga to rap.
Was crazy. Okay, so I started making beats because I was like, yo, I need shit to rap to. And I fell in love with making beats. Went down that rabbit hole. Was like, I'd rather produce for other niggas. It's a lot less work in terms of like the physical side, having to look a certain way, having to perceive yourself a certain way. But then I'm like, wait, I'm beautiful. I don't really gotta try. Motherfuckers literally
I had nothing to do
go
with it.
out of their way. I'm saying like in terms of like being perceived. I don't have to worry about how I'm perceived because people are gonna like me regardless. This one was more so what I was getting at.
Side note, speaking of people gonna like me regardless.
Being an artist was always the goal from the beginning, but being a producer felt more realistic until I realized how much better I am than my brother at rapping.
Okay, so
we trying to make art.
To wrap it up, this project, please understand
this
that
is an
we've
artistic
been
statement. We've been at this shit for a minute.
Please understand that we've been the same niggas that we are. You just are gonna see it now. Like I don't want people to be like, "Oh, you act different," but
no. Because that was never the case. That was never the case from the jump. That was never the case, baby.
This was nuts.
That was never the case, baby. It was always this.
But dead ass, like I think in interviews is the most when people be like, "Oh, because I do homework, I do my research, I watch people's interviews just to see how I would carry myself different, shit like that." So when people say, "Oh, you start acting different now that blah blah blah," like no, I've been Bakari.
I feel like that's another thing. Niggas do research to idolize. I do research because I'm trying to.
It's homework. This project will be the project that puts AM on the map. That's what I'll say, and I stand on that. One that I guarantee that. Not only do
around
we
this
have
time next year, I'll be in a penthouse. Go ahead.
You're doing too much. Not only do we have the direction, not only do we have the work ethic, not only are we driven to, but the shit is just good. Like it's without any visuals, without any promotion. You just hear that shit, you're like, what is that? Like it's so good that hating ass niggas will say, this ain't y'all. No, it's not even that. This ain't y'all. This ain't like you can show them niggas the video of this ain't y'all, bro.
Us recording it,
like
the stems and everything. That's
like
crazy.
It's so authentic how everything came together. Like all the beats are original, 1,000,000,000% original. All the voices and all the shit that y'all hear,
these are real voices.
Like this isn't some shit that I looked up on YouTube. This isn't some shit that I called and said, "Hey, can you record this for me real quick?" This is
life experience,
real life experience put into music. It's art. It's art.
Niggas are making art.
Like it's to the point where, like, we're not acting like artists. No. Our life is the art. We're just
it's a lifestyle
stepping into it. And one thing Louis told me, he always tells me, he's like, if you feel like you have to pretend to be somebody or you're like trying to act like the artist that you are, then you're not an artist, which is true. Like I didn't word it 100% correctly how he worded it, but moral of the story is if you're trying to act like someone that you're not, or even to take it a step further, if a kid doesn't want to like look at you and say, "Hey, I want to be like him when I grow up," or "Hey, I want to be like," or "I want to dress like him for Halloween," or like, if you don't have that impact on somebody, then what makes you an artist? What makes you a superstar? What makes you, you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between making music as a hobby or making music that resonates with the world. So making your own life experiences, universal, like people relate to. Like my favorite artists are artists that I relate to, artists that I will listen to
Bro.
anything they make based on.
It's getting to the point where you know how like different periods and chapters of your life remind you of a song. It'd be our music that I'd be like, oh yeah, this reminds me of that period in my life.
That's facts. So to not get too deep into or too far off track, basically what we're saying is Kenan and Kel will be worth all the time we put into it.
The listens, the shares, all that shit.
All like
because it's not even like just shamelessly plugging it. There's no
you
shame.
will have a favorite song in this project.
Yeah, there's something for everybody in here.
You will have a favorite song. You will have a favorite song.
You're gonna be surprised,
and you won't skip. You will not skip.
You are going to be surprised.
You will have a favorite song. That's all. But yeah, so what do we have coming up? What do you have?
What do you mean? What do I have?
I'm gonna say what I have.
I've been okay. Let's start with you.
Okay, so I have coming up. Oh, well, I guess fuck both of us. We're gonna go to the studio one last time.
Yeah,
one last studio session. See, this is how much we care.
Yeah,
like we're making sure this shit is
set in stone.
Done. We're gonna upload everything, and then start having the pre-saved links and everything ready on social media. We have a listening party coming up. We're working with fellow creatives,
locals in the city who are worth our time.
We're working with fellow driven creatives. That's what I'll say. I won't drop any names or say anything.
Individuals.
But we have a lot of big things with people that you guys are aware of in motion, if that makes sense. Other than that, Kenan and Kel, very soon. Very, very soon. And it's going to be worth it. 12/12/24, the math is mathing.
Less than a month away.
But I've been Bakari.
I'm Jules. And,
I'm going to say hi to your baby mom.
They know.
All right, that's all.
Tuesday.